Oh, hello everyone. We're back from MacWorld.
He's back from
Will never left.
Yeah.
And what a great show. You know,
I've been sitting back here the entire time.
It was interesting being at a show and kind of being like a fan of what was there, what was being presented. You know, like kind of Mac. I'm talking about the vendors, the Mac software, hardware, interesting things, cool stuff. Falling in love with products, like actually being excited about products. You know, Eve was extremely excited about like pretty much every product we saw. She's like, I gotta get that. I gotta get the Music Wizard. I gotta get the iFi. I gotta get the MacBook Air.
Well, we only talked to cool people.
That's true. We
mean,
kind of filtered.
Like, they were all, like, I didn't want to buy everything at the entire conference. Yeah, because we only got to interview, like, 15 people, because we had multiple interviews with certain companies.
15 companies, yeah.
And so, yeah, I'd say most people that we actually did interview had cool enough products that I would like to own. Or receive a demo copy of.
Well, I've been to trade shows where you walk around and really it's like booth after booth of like, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. I'm not interested in that. And then they try to sell you stuff. Oh, CD duplication services. Come touch this. Like, I don't have any need for that.
Oh, like people with their refrigerators?
Wait, oh, there was that.
H&R Block, didn't talk to them.
Yeah, but most of the stuff I could have easily... I would love to be like a Wozniak. I would love to be like the guy that was there that was like, well, you know, I have plenty of money, and I'm just kind of here to see what's new and cool. And I could buy things if I find something really cool.
Like the football player? You probably had
the Oakland Raider you met. Yeah, but just go from booth to booth and be like, tell me about your product. Well, that's neat. Okay, I want to get one of those. You have it so special, you know, and buy a bunch of things and look around and have time to chat with people and have no big agenda. It would have been wonderful. I would have come out with like all this cool stuff.
I didn't actually buy anything at the show.
No, I didn't.
Why
didn't have any
time.
time.
The HD cards or the SD cards? Didn't they have a show special? No.
Yes, but I was so focused on actually getting things done. I should have.
No, you guys didn't come across anything that you were kind of incredulous and going, you know, this really doesn't seem useful.
We stayed away from those booths. We stood filtered, as Eve said.
Yeah.
So we didn't go. Although, you know, there was like I remember, you know, I gave the whole spiel about
some of them I have to
cases.
research some more because like the who were we just Display Link.
Yeah.
Like it looked really cool, but I really have to like look at the specs and see how it really looks and how well
we need to get one in here and test. We need to get one in here and test.
But well, yeah, so
well, like there was like I talked about the iPod cases, and then like the first booth I looked at for iPod cases, it was a leather company, and I said, well, I can't say too many bad things about that. I mean, if you're already making like products out of a certain material, you know, and that's your craft, and you're saying, oh, I should make things for the iPod.
I did see a lot of cool
then
iPod
that makes sense
like
for them, not for us to buy.
Company had like one that was like mirror reflective, you know, and but then when you turned it on, the screen like showed through.
Yeah, it was a nano case, so it looked like it's just a solid block of like
that was
like
cool.
what titanium or what's that? No, it's the one that's magnetic that they made those like little magnetic things out. It was just a very reflective metal, and so it looked like the solid block. And it turned on, and suddenly you could see through it. You know.
So yeah, that was pretty neat. And there were a lot of
Oh, what they have did they have? You know those little dancing things you can plug into your USB slide.
You know,
I'm sure they did.
I didn't actually see like the the iDog.
There's somebody out there watching. It's like, but we were there.
We were there.
We spent thousands, hundreds of thousands to be there.
Because that Cylon snowman is pretty cool.
I already I didn't see Think Geek there. I don't know if they had a
booth.
No,
they didn't have a booth.
They didn't have a booth. And that's manufactured for Think Geek. And the companies that make like the iDog and stuff, I didn't notice them.
They were probably there.
But I already have an iDog, so I know about you. I spent money.
You don't have an iFish or what are some of the other iPenguin?
Ice is the penguin, I believe.
Ice.
Anyway, see, I even know stuff like that. They didn't need a booth.
And we stayed away from the big booths too, like the Microsofts and the Googles and all that. And it's like, because a lot of that stuff's for easily accessible. We also stayed away from software more than hardware. Because software, it's so easy to be anywhere in the world and say, oh, I want to see how that program works. But a piece of hardware like the Drobo, it was great to actually like, oh, okay, this is really how big it is. And this is really, the hard drives fit in like this, and I can see how they snap into place.
Yeah.
you can't get that unless you actually are there with one.
Some of the software was cool, and
Would,
probably some little apps that I'll end up buying. And,
would you go back next year?
Yes, absolutely, and spend a little more time, a little more relaxed. Go to some of the parties next time.
Yeah,
too.
More resources next year. There you go.